Good morning, everyone. If my watch works, today is Thursday, June 12th, and today we will cover the trades for YieldMax funds, TSLY, CONY, Nvidia, MSTY, SMCY, and PLTY. So let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. Running late. Shocker, I hit snooze. Can't seem to freaking get up at 4. But anyway, enough complaining. We're going to look at the pre-market real quick, then we'll get to the trades. Tesla, as of 5:16 a.m., they are down about 1.05%. TSLY's down about 0.81%. Nvidia is down about 0.69%. Nvidia's down 0.55%. Coin is down 1.27%. CONY's down 1.01%. MSTR is down 1.33%. MSTY is down 0.71%. T to the S to the L to the L is down 2.19%. TNA is down 1.99%. The Bitcoin, wow, it's down 1.01% at 107. BitX is down 2.2%. Saxo is down 1.76%. Super Microcomputer, SMCY, is down 1.09%. SMCY is up 0.1%. Palantir is down 0.54%. PLTY is down 0.66%. UPRO is down 1.08%. And TQQQ is down 0.98%. All right, so the market's overall red. It's all good, man. It's all good, right? So let's get to the trades and let's get moving, man. It's supposed to be commuting my ass to work. So, yeah, I got to do super speed. So who had trades yesterday? TSLY had trades. CONY. Yeah, I saw CONY squeezed in there. Yep. MSTY, of course. Yeah, MSTY. Who else? PLTY. Okay. That's it. We go down. What else we got here? That's it. All right, so let's get to MSTY and let's get moving, man. Let's get moving. All right. So MSTY, what the heck did they do? Buy to close, all right. Buy to close what? Buy to close 410. They closed 66 cents, all right. 80 cents, all right. So basically a bunch of buy to closes on the calls, and they actually did some synthetic movement. But we'll show that on the spreadsheet. Again, we track MSTY a little different than the others. We do it in more detail, so we don't have to break it down, on that screen. All right, so let's get to the synthetics. Got to scroll all the way over. I was in a rush this morning, so if I screwed something up, I apologize. I already know one of the formulas not working. I know my watch is not freaking working. I don't know why. But yesterday was what, the 11th? So, yeah. They closed 7,000 contracts from the synthetic 390, which is still open. It still has 18,440, which, by the way, I should probably just double check it as we go because I didn't get to do that. 18,440. Yep, good. All right. So, did they make money closing it out? Not really. They actually lost money. They had to pay the piper here about $3 million. So it is what it is. And that's because MSTR is at 387. It's below the synthetic strike of 390. But all good, man. All good. Where did they roll this, though? I believe they rolled it to the 380. Let's just double check. Where the heck are you? There you are. There's the 7,000 contracts. So they had to pay about $4 million to start that position, which is, again, probably, the closest synthetic. Well, not really. It depends. I don't know where the price was when they opened the position. But obviously MSTR is at 387, so adding it to 380, whatever, man, whatever. The synthetic 370s, they're just chilling, man. They're just hanging out till 718. How are they doing? Well, they're doing pretty good, right? Their MSTR is priced 4.62% below it. So obviously, I'm sorry, above it. So obviously this is almost worth bank brah. It's worth money. We could see the breakdown on the last tab when we get to the holdings. All right, so yesterday, how did MSTR do? MSTR for the day, it went down 1.04%. MSTY, they went down, barely at all, right? They went down 0.19%. So they obviously beat the underlying when the underlying went down, which is, kind of expected. The IV did drop yesterday. Why do I have the same? Is it the same today? Yeah, I guess it is. Well, yeah, we're in the 40s, man. IV's in the 40s. Sucks. It really does. But again, hopefully, if it's a 50% yield, the next month, it is what it is, man. But what can you do? In the meantime, let's just make money. All right, so what did they close out yesterday? They closed out here the 1,500 contracts. They paid about $179 per share to close out the 397.50. You could see MSTR is at 387.50. At least that's the close price yesterday. So they won this trade. Overall, there's a profit of $346,000. So that's a good trade right there. That's success. Let's keep going. All right, we get to here. We got the 410 strike price. That's much further out of the money. We have the ASAT out of the money here. I'm clicking it right here. You can see it. 5.91% out of the money. So, yeah, pretty cheap to close. About 66 cents, 66 cents. So if you scroll over here, you can see they made a profit on these trades. 83,000 on one, 172,000 on the other. Again, that's overall profit, right? Because, again, they get the credit up front. When they sold this trade last week or whenever they did it, right, they made a credit, 149,000 and then 304,000, but they have to pay to close it. They always pay something to close it, and they paid less than what they got in the credit, so that's good, which makes it a profit, right? So that's when you say, can you dig it, sucker? All right, now next one, we'll look here. They closed out, a 410? And then another 410. They paid about 80 cents. So if you look to the left, what they get to open it? Well, they got about, a dollar. Well, actually, let's look at the dates on these real quick. Dates on these. I just want to see. Activity date. Yesterday was what, the 11th? Stupid watch is annoying. Yesterday was what? Wednesday. So the 10th was Tuesday. So these are within the week. All right. Yeah, I didn't even notice that. That's pretty good, man. Pretty good. So even the ones that they paid 66 cents, these are within the week trades. Because I was wondering, why there's that credit so small? So yeah, the 10th was what? The Tuesday, right? So they made it, pretty much in a day, right? They closed these yesterday, Wednesday. So, and here's another, the 10th. It's like a day trade. It's like a 1 DTE. Pretty sweet if you think about it. I like it, man. Again, active trading, active fund. They wonder why, the 0.99, they charge you 0.99%. Oh my God. Well, you're going to do this all day? Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right, buddy. Go ahead, try. Anyway, so look at this, man. They made a $1.82 credit, and then they only paid 80 cents to close. In a freaking day, that's what they made. So profit, $255,000, $435,000. So what is that? Yeah, money. All right, let's look over here. Again, another day. 1 DTE, 410 strike, boom, boom, boom. How much do they make over here? $250,000, $107,500. Sorry, I didn't even get the pay. You don't even know the chaos yesterday in this household. I wish I could explain. But I was plugging in these trades during chaos, and I'm lucky if this even came out right. All right, so the other one is June 10th. What do we got here? 10,000 contracts. Whoa. Cha-ching. 10,000 contracts. That's a lot. How much did we make? Well, they only paid 61 cents to close out the 410, and cha-ching. They made 395,000 and then 510,000. So can you dig that? All right. And then, they closed a lot of trades, but they opened this. That's it. Weird, right? Weird little combo here. Again, unless I screwed up, which is very, very, very possible, very possible, extremely very. All right, anyway, 1,000 contracts, 392.50. Guess what? They're still playing this week. They're still playing the time value for this week. They're milking the crap out of whatever is left in this week for MSTR. All right, they got $270 per share for this sucker. $270,000 credit. How much will it cost to close either today or tomorrow? That's the question. That's what we want to. That's what we care about. We want profit. We want winners. The synthetic is what it is, man. But we follow the weekly trades. We follow the action here because we want to make money. We want a nice distribution so we can go out. We can go buy, go out to dinner, treat ourselves to something, get some sushi up in here, right? Have a glass of wine or a whole freaking bottle. Why the hell not? Anyway, what else did they do? They bought a call, $400 strike price within the same week. Again, this is the Butt Buddy. Hello, Butt Buddy. Insurance play, right? The protection. We'll see if it works out. All right, so here is the outstanding shares. It did increase yet again by 675,000. So people are, MSTY is growing and growing and growing and growing. All right, here's the recap. MSTY 21.22. That's the price, close price yesterday. MSTR close price yesterday, 387.11. 30-day IV, 49%. Outstanding shares, 226 mil, 325,000. Total net income, 37.7 mil. Total distribution, 17 cents. Daily income, 2 cents. Daily yield, 0.08%. And if you annualize that, sucker, 28%. I know, not nothing fantastic, but yeah. It's Thursday, it's Monday number 4. We're getting there. It's almost Friday. All right, MSTR price change. Let's take a look. Again, they went down 1.04%. What did MSTY do? They went down 0.19%. Winter, it went up 1.12%. Good job, Winter. IMST, it went down a little more. It went down 0.48%. MST, it went down 1.65%. Ew. MS2 went down 0.79%. So the winner is MSTY. Yay, MSTY. We love when MSTY wins, right? Because we're in the MSTY Mafia. Is there an IMST Mafia? I don't know. Anyway, reaction, it's still just about time value. That's all we're doing. We're just waiting for time, because time is on our side, right? Time goes by, theta decay, right? The smart people say theta decay, right? We just say time, right? Come on, time, go time, go. Group D declares in 20 days on July 2nd. All right, payment information. What we got? Synthetic income? Nope, not yet. It's all right. We'll skip it. All right, it's a loss. We know. All right, weeklies though, what do we got? 37.7 mil. That earns about 17 cents per share. Rodamator says all things being equal, that would be a 50-cent payment, which is a 31% yield. However, if you go to the IV is 49%. So realistically, or maybe at a minimum 80 cents. I don't know, man. This next distro, it's gonna be a letdown unless MSTR can go moon. I don't know. We'll see, man. We will see. All right, MSTY holdings. Before we get into the synthetic and all that jazz, let's just see where we stand for the week. All right, if we go to the calls here, you look under either security name or QSIP. The choice is yours. They both have expiration date. They all say 6/13. 6/13 is tomorrow. All right, MSTR price sits at 387.11. The lowest strike price we have is 385. That is 0.55% in the money. Wow. We've come a long way this week, but we're still alive, baby. We're still alive. All right, the next strike is a 387.50. That's 0.1% out of the money. And then they're kind of scattered-doo all the way up to 397.50, which unfortunately is only 2.68% out of the money. But hey, man, we're still hanging in. Like we said, MSTR is just kind of chilling, man. It hits that 110 and it just bounces back down, right? It's not really going anywhere. It needs something big. It needs like a boom, boom, boom. I don't know what's going on. Maybe the crypto people can tell us. All right, so if we look at the synthetic, how we doing? We're doing all right, right? No gold diggers yet. No singing. We're good. We're making bank, bro. We're making okay money. Because if you look here in the red, this is the value of each synthetic and then the price per share. I mean, the one is worth 68 cents. That's the 370 for 718. But everything else is like blah, 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 blah. More importantly, the value of the MSTY fund is almost at $5 billion freaking dollars. It's at 4.8 billion. So tomorrow may be the day that we hit $5 billion. All right, the NAV is 21.22, trade price 21.21. Synthetic contracts, the total number of them trading 123,715. And guess what? Total contracts selling calls on only 113,000, because the ones that they closed yesterday, they didn't reopen all of them. They didn't essentially roll them all, which means guess what? They left about 10%, a little less, about 9%, 8 point something percent. Uncappity-doo-dah, which means, guess what? Full upside on that percent. So I kind of like that. And honestly, today, if MSTR trades flat or down a little, I hope they do the same today, right? I think that would be pretty damn sweet. All right, credit call spreads, I got about 20,000 for what that's worth. All right, so that's the MSTY holdings. IMST, I don't know what's going on with this formula, guys. If any of you know, come on, guys. You know, any of you formula freaking geniuses, let me know. I don't know what's going on, man. I tried to see if they moved the table on the website. I changed it like to 6 because it looks like it's a 6 table. It didn't work, man. So any of you that know about the IMST, how to pull their holdings, unless they, the other thing is if they added a column. I didn't try that, actually. Let me do this. Because if they add a column, or if something is blocking the formula, it won't work. All right, so that didn't do anything. So yeah, if someone is listening that knows how to do this, please help me out here. I would greatly appreciate it. If not, I'm gonna bug your asses in Discord. All right. So how we doing here? Well, this is MST. So IMST people, sorry. But MST, there's the holdings. But do we care about this one? Someone told me yesterday, we only care about the holdings on IMST because they are really the direct competition. They don't care about MST and MS2 because they have leverage. Let me know if you guys agree with that. All right, but either way, I'm just looking at the calls for MST. I'll try to keep it simple and sweet. What expires tomorrow? Well, the 385, which is in the money, 0.55% in the money. What else is it? They have a 380, 1.84% in the money, and then they got they're kind of scattered. It's very annoying the way that you cover these. But yeah, they have a 387.50, they have a 395 and a 400. So again, we'll see, man. We'll see. MS2, they added, it looks like new money came into this fund. It's a $3.8 million fund now. They added to the synthetic. It looks like they added 104 contracts actually, which is a lot. And then they're selling calls on half of those, which I double checked. So synthetic total 120, covered calls 60. So they're trading on 50%. And their covered calls, when do they expire? They expire Friday. So one of them is in the money, and the other two are 2% and 3% out of the money. And then last but not least, questions. I did get a question yesterday. Let's look at the question, and then we'll move on. This is from Nuggies Off Truth. So, video question. I appreciate IMST deep dive or continued coverage. Yeah, this is the guy that said about what I just said. Actually, it's closest similar to MSTY. Ignore MST and MS2 since they're extra leverage. Yeah. I would appreciate everyone's opinion on that, actually. But I'm positioned about 75% MSTY and 25% IMST. Been funding about 50-50 into both the past 2 weeks. I like the 2-week offset to pay out from each other and curious to see how Jeff Park does. He'd be good to do an interview with as well sometime. So, yeah, now looking back at this, it's not really a question, I guess, but if it is, I guess he's asking me if I plan on interviewing Jeff Park or Jeff Parker. And the answer is, I mean, sure, but no, maybe in the summer, all right? Someone will have to remind me. Yeah, it'll make sense to do an interview with Jeff Parker. I believe he runs the IMST fund. Just to pick his brain, but obviously, I'm not near prepared for that. I haven't even read their freaking prospectus, to be honest. You know what I mean? So I'm just looking at the holdings, and I don't fully understand the exact strategy because I haven't read the prospectus. Unfortunately, I just don't have the freaking time. So to go in an interview blinded like that, plus I don't have, there's no time after, work at the moment. I have baseball 10 days in a row right now. So once that's done, I think we're done. And then we could talk about doing crap, after work, such as interviews and stuff like that. But yeah, thank you for the question. And yeah, I'm not against interviews. I do like interviews. Sometimes it's just not worth it though, right? Because people don't give a crap. But to be honest, people would probably give a crap about IMST because it's really, like you said, the only competitor to MSTY. So yeah, I'll look into that down the road. Or if they're watching, they can reach out and we'll schedule something and June or July. All right, let's move on. All right, let's just go to the trades. We got to get moving here, man. I'm freaking slow as crap. TSLY about to close. What the heck? What in tarnation? All right, about to close 1905. Good Lord. You just got your ass whooped. That's bad, man. That's bad. They paid about 9.5 mil to close that sucker. That's a 315 strike. Well, it is what it is, man. They got blown through. What can you do? What can you do? All right. It's all good. It's all good. It's okay. We forgive you. And guess what? They're selling calls in the same week. 347.50, 6% out of wow, 6% out of the money with 2 trading days. That means their IV must be pretty damn sweet. 247 credit. All right. So let's go take a look. Oh, I didn't fill my water bottles. Let's see what's left of this nastiness. Let me crinkle it to piss people off, right? There you go. The best sound effect on YouTube. All right, here we go. Are you ready? Here we go. Tesla, how'd you do yesterday? It was green. It was green as the day went on. And then guess what? It went red. And then it looks like it ended green. But who cares? Tesla went up 0.1%. TSLY went up 0.46%. So all I can say is, yeah. All right, synthetic-wise, how you doing? Well, they got a 320. They got a 335. And they got a 340. Unfortunately, Tesla is at 326, so it's just above the 320. It's not above the other suckers. So they're lucky I'm not singing Gold Digger. All right. That's our favorite song. That's everyone's favorite song. You take my money. All right, here we go. TSLY. Let's see if everything expires this week. It does. Look at all these trades. Is this the new freaking MSTY? Holy crap. All right, let's go through this. The lowest strike on TSLY, for Tesla is 315. It's 3.49% in the money. The next two are in the money too. The 320 and the 325 are also in the money. So we'll see how all that plays out. Again, the market looks red today, so these may end up being okay, but we'll see, man. The highest strike for the week is a 360, which is 10% out of the money. So that's pretty good. Like I said, TSLY is set up for everything this week. So 2 days, let's let it play out. Don't sing it. Bring it. I'll try to do a midday status or a morning afternoon status on TSLY on X today. So go check it out. The value of the TSLY fund is 1.1 bill. The NAV is 829, trade price 871. Synthetic bailout, unfortunately not worth any money. 30-day IV, 62.9%. IV estimate based on that, 40 cents. Income estimate not updated. I'll update that on Saturday morning. Group A declares again in 27 days on July 9th. A lot of people were upset with the TSLY distribution, guys, but hey, man, it is what it is. Don't sweat it. Remember, whatever they don't pay, you keep that in the NAV, sucker, in the NAV. All right, so did Nvidia have a trade? No, they did not. Only the CONY heads did. So let's get back to the file and see how they did yesterday. Nvidia went down about 0.79%, and VD went down 0.37%. So only about half. The synthetic positions for Nvidia, they are a 120 and a 130. Nvidia is whooping ass at 142. So these synthetics are worth bank brah. All right, bank brah. That's the professional term for it. All right, that's how we're talking nowadays. All right. How are our calls doing though? That's what we care about. That's what we're here for. All right. Let's get to it, man. All right. Let's see the lowest strike, 145, 1.52% out of the money. I like it. We are not in the money yet. All right. So what about the highest strike? Highest strike, 149, 4.32% out of the money. So yeah, man, not much wiggle room. They are kind of scattered-do, but it's only like $1 off each. But we'll see how it plays out. All right. Again, time is on our side. That's all we got. We ain't got implied volatility. We ain't got high premiums. We got time, theta decay. All right. The value of the Nvidia fund is 1.5 bill. The NAV is 1624. Trade price 1626. We said this synthetic is worth bank bra. It's worth about 208 per share. So that's pretty damn good. 30-day IV, 34.8%. IV estimate based on that, 44 cents. Income estimate, $1.29. So again, for this 4-week cycle, they have made $1.29 per share in recognized income. That's 103% yield if that's what they pay. And Group B declares in 6 days on June 18th. So I will make a guesstimate video on, this Sunday morning. I will go live and we will talk about it, okay? Does that sound good? Fine. Great. Whatever. All right, let's move on here. CONY, you're up next. Buy to close, 28 cents. All right, they closed something here. They closed at 275 strike. Wow, coin is 250. Damn, that's a win. That's a win by a mile. But they still have to pay 28 cents. Damn. See, that's time value, man. Time value expensive. All right, they opened a new position. Oh, they went into next week. Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, no, you didn't. You wuss. You couldn't stay into this week. All right, so they sold a call into next week, 620 expiration. 265 strike, 5% out of the money. Not bad, not bad. All right, so let's go to the CONY files. In case you didn't know, anyone who owns CONY is a CONY head, right? All right, so coin, they went down a lot. They went down 1.7%. CONY went down 1.26%. Not bad. All right, their synthetic position, they only have one. Make it easy. I like it. I like it. Simple. 250. All right, coin is at what? 250. And guess what? This synthetic expires in August. It's freaking awesome, man. I love it. I love it. All right, so now we can focus on the weeklies. How we doing? All right, we got 3 strikes, 255, 260, 250, and a 265. 1, 4, and 5% out of the money. Are these safe? I don't know. Too much pressure. We'll see, man. Again, we got 2 days. The value of the CONY fund, 1.1 bill. The NAV, 794. Trade price, 795. Synthetic income, 8 cents per share. 30-day IV, 50%, which is, it's blah, but whatever, man. 31 IV estimate is 31 cents. Income estimate is 12 cents per share. That's not enough. Group C declares, though, in 13 days on June 25th. All right, let's move on. We're making good progress here. I don't think SMCY had a trade. So let's go to the trades and just double check. We got Misty, Abney, Tismi. Nope, PLTY had trades. So we'll go finish SMCY. PLTY had a freaking lot of trades, man. I got a comment yesterday. It says, well, you have a deep voice. I thought you would be mature, but you're not. Bye-bye. So I lost a subscriber for not being mature. I don't know, man. I don't know. I didn't want the voice to fool you, but yeah. This is it, man. What can I do? This is it. This is the coverage. You get some, maybe, I don't know. You get all the above, right? You get there's good days, there's bad days, there's weird days, there's crazy days, and then there's not really professional. There's sometimes professional. But anyway, SMCI, how you doing yesterday? They went up 0.69%. SMCY, how you doing? Yeah, they captured 0.68%, 97% capture. Awesome. All right, their synthetic expires on June 20th. When is June 20th? It's next Friday. Are you ready? Well, this synthetic has a strike of 45. SMCI is at 43. So it's going to be a nail biter. Might not be worth anything. But let's focus on the weeklies anyway. Does anything expire next week? Let's see. Nope. 613. All right, so they're selling calls still. Again, time is on our side, right? Lowest strike price, 44, 1.83% of the money. And then they have a 44.50, 45. Not much. Again, 1, 2, and 4% out of the money. So, no, we're not looking for any quick movements here. Just chill. Just chill. We want the stock market to chill. The value of this fund is 194 mil. The NAV, 1927. Trade price, 1925. Synthetic, bailout, no. 30-day IV, 65% IV. Estimate based on that, 98 cents. Income estimate, 3 cents. And Group D declares when? 20 days, July 2nd. All right, last but not least, your boy PLTY. Yo, what's up, PLTY? PLTY Posse in the house. All right, so I know you got trades, so let's talk about them. Oh, boy, you got a lot of trades. Buy to close. What the heck are you closing? Oh, my God. All right, 769. That's not good. The 131 strike got blown through because we see Palantir's at 136. And so they closed that, and they rolled it into next week at a 143. All right, they closed another one here, a 136. They paid about 423. This was honestly at the money, so they're basically just paying time value here. Again, I don't know what the price of Palantir at the time was, but they rolled that into a 144 this week, 2% out of the money. I don't think they need to do that looking at the pre-market, but we'll see. Buy to close, 131. Yeah, they lost their shirt on this, and they rolled this sucker into a 139 this week, though. Okay, so they're changing things up. It's not It's not the same thing on every trade here. And then here's another buy to close. They paid $672, another $131. Yep, they got their ass kicked, and they sold a call. This one into next week, a $143. And then here's another buy to close. They paid about $888 on that, a $130. Yuck, they lost that trade. And then they sold a call into what? Next week, June 20th, $143. And we'll see how that plays out. All right, I don't even know did I even update the PLTY trades? I think I did. There should be some reds there. Yeah, okay. All right, so how did Palantir do yesterday? They went up. They went up 2.62%. PLTY went up 1.72%. That is a 65% capture. Not ideal, but it looks like we were kind of cappity-doo-dah. All right, their synthetic expires July 18th. It's a 115. Palantir's at 136. So their synthetic, when they cash it out, at least as of now, is worth what? Bank, bro. All right, calls for this week. What else they got left? They got a 136, 0.26% in the money, all right? Barely in the money. So if Palantir goes down like the pre-market shows, then this is okay, assuming Friday's okay. Assuming this whole day is, down. We'll see, though. We'll see. Again, we don't know. We don't know. And the other strikes for this week, 137, 139, 140, which, the highest goes up 2.68% out of the money. So, I mean, they can go up 3% and easily. All right, the value of this fund is a $570 mil. The NAV 66.75, trade price 66.94. The synthetic is worth $10.78 per share, which is nuts. It's nuts. 30-day IV, 54%. IV estimate based on that, 281. Income estimate, negative. So again, if we look at this, if we had to guesstimate today, you see that income estimate, we can't use that. So we have to look at now the IV estimate, which is 281. But keeping in mind, I believe there is still some holdback from prior months, so I would up that a little bit. So yeah, but they declared 6 days. We still have Thursday and Friday though. They may cash out the synthetic and make some bank bra, and if they do, you guys are gonna be freaking excited for sure. All right, so that's the update on the YieldMax funds. We did them all pretty quick, pretty smooth. I think. I don't know. I'm gonna do a quick update on my options, and I'm gonna end it. All right, so let's get to the options and let's move on with our day, right? Some people got to work. All right, so real quick, any questions? No questions on options. MSTY, I still haven't sold a covered call on, so my 500 shares, they're just chilling, waiting for the next distribution. T to the S to the L to the L. Early on in the day, they were green, so what did I do? You guessed it, I sold a covered call, another covered call. Now, this covered call, again, TSLY was at 1326. I didn't know what TSLY was going to do. I wanted to capture the upside in case it continued to go up. So I went into next week and I did a $17 strike, which was 28% out of the money at the time. It just so happens that TSLY went down after that, so it ended up with the day at 33% out of the money, which is pretty good, right? All right, the delta on that trade, 0.13, well below 0.2. The premium per share I got paid on that 18 cents per share or $18 total, and the yield on that is 55%. So total for the week on TSLY premium is $238. All right, not bad at all. Again, I'm not going to go into the other trades until we get tomorrow I will for sure as we get closer to expiration. TNA, kind of a degen play. I'm going to be real here because I couldn't sell any covered calls, so I got a little put happy, and I sold a put. Probably shouldn't have. I sold a $32 strike, only 4% out of the money. And in fact, now it's only 2% out of the money. And with the pre-market, it may be in the money. But at the time, the delta was 0.21. Seems safe. Again, this is a dumb trade. It is. I'll admit it. It's a dumb trade. I do dumb trades. I'm not gonna lie, because based on what? Because that's why. I had no covered call, nothing I could sell calls on. So I'm like, again, I sell these puts and I dare it. I dare it to go down. And guess what? They called me on it. TNA is going down. So this $32 strike, it may get a sign tomorrow. But we'll see, man. I collected 22 cents per share, $22, and we'll find out. Was it worth it? Was this dumb trade worth it? We shall see. But it was an 86% yield, so that's good. Now, overall for the week TNA, I only made $75. So you can see TSLY is the clear moneymaker this week. So far the weekly income is at $313. The goal is $351. I only need $38. I could probably make that today, but we'll see, man. I got Friday too, so it doesn't matter. I'm easily gonna make that, and then we'll go from there. And I'm sorry for the really quick update, but it is what it is, man. I just don't have as much time since I have to get to the office. Plus, I'm leaving early for baseball. So that being said, as always, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, guys. I am not. I know I sound like one. Right? I am not. And this video, oh, look at that. See, we're below the 32. I am in the money. I am officially in the money. But you know what? You know what I say about that? Whatevs. All right, anyway. But yeah, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This video is for fun and entertainment. So I hope you had fun. I hope you were entertained. If not, I will try again tomorrow. All right? I'll try again better tomorrow. All right? I swear. All right. What else? If you enjoy this content, please hit the like button. Why? Well, because it tells the YouTube land that people like this video, right? If not, how the hell would they know? Also, if you have any questions or concerns, leave them in the comments below. If you have a question you want to be asked on the video, you have to type video question. Makes sense? Easy enough, right? That being said, we are at the end of the video. All right. So that means keyword time. So if you made it this far in the video, you want to prove it, you gotta say the keyword. The keyword today is... I don't know, man. I don't freaking know. It's in the money. How about that? I'm in the money. Stupid trade, in the money. Yeah, I'll admit it. Dumb. I'm in the money. So if you made it this far in the video and you want to prove it, you got to say the keyword. Keyword today, in the money. Hopefully everyone knows what that means. If not, just go Google it. Options in the money. Read up on it. Read up. Learn everything you can about options, man. Yes, you should. Even if you don't want to trade it, it's good to know, all right? Good to know. Even if you want the pros to do all the work for you, it's just at least good to know, understand it, and it's fun. It's fun, man. It's fun. If someone wants to type the keyword in the money and the Investopedia definition of in the money for others to read, that's even better. Let's start to educate each other too. I think that's good, right? I think so. I know it's a lot of work for you guys, but hey, I'm done. I got to go. All right. Anyway, guys, for real, thank you for watching. And have a great day. I will talk to you all tomorrow. I may do a commute video. I may. See, I got to see how I feel. I'm pretty energized, though. I'm done with the juice cleanse. So, it does give you energy. I have to say that. But yeah, I'm out of here. Thank you. Have a great day. Peace.